Hey everyone, my name is Andrew and I'm going to show you guys how to zoom into the key editor and get the cursor lined up and all kinds of awesome stuff with one button. I've created a macro that I've linked to a TouchOS template. You could probably do this with Lemur as well, but here we go. Alright, so often I'm in the project view and I want to go edit some MIDI, like this MIDI right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move my mouse cursor over the ruler, and then I'm going to press one button on my TouchOS template. Watch what happens. So, I'll show you once more. The track was not selected. Say we're way back here, and we decide we want to go edit at around here. Press the button, clicks the track, moves back, zooms in, everything gets set up. So now I can edit my curves, and this works every time. It's just 2 clicks to get into all that stuff. So how do we do that? All right, the first thing to do is go into Better Touch Tool. It's this free program you can download that you can code things in. And what you'll do is click this right here to add Cubase 8 from the list right there. And then I'll click Cubase 8. And I want to define a keyboard shortcut to left click on the mouse. So you would just click Add New Shortcut, type your shortcut right here, and then over here under Trigger Predefined Actions, just click Mouse Click Actions and then left click. That will set it up. So now every time when I carry out that keyboard shortcut right here, it's going to actually perform a left click. So I'll close that out. Then I'm going to come into Cubase, and I'm going to open up my key editor and zoom in however far you want to. Whatever works for you, where you want to work at. Then you go to Workspaces, and you go to Add a Workspace, and then you name it. So what this is going to do is save the zoom information, and it's going to save how your windows are set up if you've got 2 screens going. And so once that is saved, it will now appear in the key commands menu. And you go under Workspaces, the folder right here, and workspace number 7. If you have not set up any workspaces, the new one you set up will be number 7. And they've already assigned a key command to it, which is fine for our purposes. So then we'll click Show Macros, and you would click New Macro, you'd name it, and then you're going to add commands to it basically. I named mine Edit That MIDI. So basically what I've done here, all these are going to be listed on the blog version of this tutorial, so you can kind of more easily follow along, or you can pause the video and type them in, or modify them, whatever you want to do. So we've got a command to select the events under the cursor. So when I move the cursor, and it's going to select any event under the cursor that's on that track that I'm on. And then I've got a command to open and close the key editor, and then I've got a command to change the workspace to the one we define, to where we're zoomed in to where we want to be. And then I turn the grid on in the key editor, and I move the cursor back, stepped it back 1 bar, and then I turn the grid off again. I often find I like the grid to be off when I'm editing in the key editor. This way when I press the play button, the cursor's back at least 1 bar from the MIDI that I intended to edit, so I can always kind of have a little bit of space before the melody starts, or whatever, the bass line, whatever I'm working on. So after you do that, you find these commands, you just click Add Command. With your new macro selected, we'll add it to the list. Then you can come up to this window right here, and you'll click the folder that says Macros, and then you will find your macro. Edit That MIDI. So I assign it to Option Shift L right here, and so we'll close out of that. In my case, I used TouchOS, and so I went into Osculator, and it's a separate program you can download that can trigger things based on what you press. So I've got my button right here. I chose event type as Apple Script, and then I went into Parameters and Apple Script, and this code I will will be on the blog post as well. You can modify it however you like. But basically what it does is it tells the computer to do the first key command, which is the left click on the mouse, and then have to wait just a little bit of time before carrying out the second command. And then this key command right here is the key command for the macro that you set up in Cubase 8. So depending on what you set your key command as, you'd have to change these two lines right here. But that's it. It's nothing terrible. So after you're done, you just click compile. You can come over here and double click it and name it. I name mine zoom to key edit. Close it, come out here and select the macro from the list, and then we'll go back. So now everything is set up, and once I press my button, again, all I have to do is move the mouse onto the ruler to whatever position I roughly want to be at, press the button, and opens the key editor, moves the cursor back, and I'm ready to edit. So it just saves a lot of steps. That's something I'm constantly doing, going back and forth. I've got one quick key to just close the key editor, so that's really easy to get back to the project view. But to get into the key edit view and be ready to edit, there's just too many steps for me. So anyway, I hope that will speed things up for you guys. If you have any ideas, I'd love to hear them, and feel free to comment below, and thanks for watching.